Lies, threats, and misinformation. What the media won't tell you about the Carmelo Anthony case. On a sober afternoon, filled with emotion, Minister Dominique Alexander of the Next Generation Action Network took to the podium to set the record straight on behalf of Anthony family whose son, Karmelo Anthony, is at the center of high-profile and racially charged case. What should have been a solemn moment to address public concerns and clarify facts instead revealed the deep undercurrents of political opportunism, racial animus, and target misinformation that have engulfed this strategy. This is a disrespect to the dignity of this child, Alexander opened, addressing the shocking presence of Austin Metcalf's father at the press event. He was not invited, he knows it's inappropriate, and he did anyway. Disinformation campaign and public harassment. One of the central issues addressed was the widespread and deliberate misinformation campaign regarding the fundraising efforts for the Anthony family, despite rumors and viral social media posts accusing the family of misusing donations, citing fake purchases of luxury items, private security, and an $800,000 home. Minister Alexander was unequivocal. The family has not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser, not one. In fact, it wasn't until the prior day that the family was given authorization to begin the withdrawal process, something that itself takes several days. In contrast, numerous fraudulent GoFundMe campaigns exploiting Karmelo's name raised thousands without the family's knowledge or approval. One such campaign amassed over $11,000 before it was taken down at the family's request. The lies didn't stop there. Alexander detailed the vitriolic and dangerous environment the family has endured. Target doxing, public harassment, death threats, and direct intimidation outside of their home. This is not just about Karmelo, it's about a black family who dared to stand up for their child and demand just, Alexander said. Frisco, ICD, and denial of due process. The Next Generation Action Network also reviewed the latest blow. Frisco Independent School District intends to expel Karmelo Anthony just weeks before his scheduled high school graduation. With a 3.7 GPA, Karmelo is on track to graduate, even without further attendance. Yet, the school district's decision to push him out sends a clear and chilling message. This is not required by law, and it is purely discretionary. They are choosing punishment over process, said Alexander. He challenged both media and school officials to explain why, given the severe weather that day, the school chose not to postpone the outdoor event where the tragic altercation occurred. You couldn't hold a track meet in that weather, but you held a school function, he asked pointedly. Legal contrasts and public judgment. Amid widespread speculation, Alexander made it clear that the family cannot and will not speak about the event that occurred inside that tent. All individuals involved are minors, and under Texas law, details cannot be released. We are legally prohibited from discussing the particulars. Stopping asking us. No one has gotten it right, he said, addressing the media's constant inquiries. This legal contrast hasn't stopped online commentators and political operatives from pushing a narrative fueled by racial bias and ideological motives. One notable figure mentioned, Sarah Fields, has promoted disinformation to millions of followers, even posting the family's private information. This is the hate we are up against, said Alexander. The double standard of justice. Perhaps most powerfully, Alexander addressed the systemic hypocrisy Black Americans continue to face in the justice system. If Kyle Rittenhouse can raise over $200 million and walk free after killing 3 people on camera, why can't Carmelo Anthony, with no criminal history, be released or a $250,000 bond? He asked. This is about consistency in law, not opinion. He also defended Judge Angela Tucker, who has faced baseless attacks simply for upholding the law. I'm registered Democrat. She is a long Republican. But calling her a leftist is just more of the political game being played of this child's life, said Alexander. A mother's pleas. Kylo Haynes, Carmelo's mother, bravely addressed the room with grace and pain. We came to Texas for a better life, she said. We have lived by faith, raised our children with love, and believed in this country's laws. But those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. She recounted how the outlying lies has upended their lives, forced her husband to take leave from work, and left their daughter too terrified to sleep alone. Whatever you think happened, my other children, I don't deserve to be threatened and harassed, she said tearfully. Final statement before trial. Minister Alexander concluded with a powerful declaration. This will be the final public press conference on this matter until trial proceedings begin. Legal teams will handle the rest. He called for overwhelming community support for the Anthony family and urged the public not to be swayed by politically motivated misinformation. Black Americans doesn't have to pull the race card. We live it. And what's being done to this family proves that reality, Alexander said. The same people who talk about justice can't be silent when that justice is denied to us. The press conference was not just a defense of one young man's right. It was a rallying cry against the forces of bigotry, deception, and institutional betrayal that still plague our society.